Okay, Pietenpol build video number 12, July 6, 2020. Okay, starting to look like an airplane. You're going to see out in the main shop what I'm talking about. And also first flight scheduled, May 20th, 2021. People always asking me when I'm building planes, when's it going to be done? Well, I kind of have a date. Why? Well, I found out that May 20th, 1929 was the first flight of the first Pietenpol. I'm assuming it was by Bernard Pietenpol himself. Anyways, May 20th happens to be my birthday. And that particular date happens to be my 50th birthday. So I figured no better day to get this thing done and send it into the skies for the first time. So that's kind of my goal that I'm aiming for. Let's go out to the main shop and see what's going on. First of all, fuel tank was here. I ordered a new fuel tank filler cap for it, a vented cap. Cut a hole in it so I can get my hand in here to reseal the whole thing with Pro Seal. Got some fuel lines going here, some braided fuel lines that I made up, which are all working out very well. And let's get over to the airplane more proper. As you can see, we got some tail surfaces on there. Let's go take a look. But before we do that, we'll take a look at some more. Here's the fuel line that connects up to the wing. It connects up to the fuel tank up there. And that guy is connected to the fuel shutoff valve down under here. Fuel shutoff valve, fuel drain. I'll have to figure this out if that's going to work or not, but I'm leaving it for now. Here's our throttle quadrant, which connects to the front one up there. They're both connected for pilot and passenger. Here's, of course, our control stick, and that's my mock-up of my instrument panel, which I will talk to you about in another video. But to the business end of things, bell cranks. These things are all just mocked up with clamps, string, cardboard, etc. But we got our tail on. Elevator hinges and rudder hinges are on. But as you can see, when I turn this bell crank here, our elevator works. It's with some cables and things, so we got that working real nice. This bell crank controls the rudder, so when we turn him, our rudder moves. Exciting days when control surfaces get to turn. And this is all just mocked up because it's coming off of this plane, which again is a Griga, not really a air camper Pietenpol. And so the dimensions are all off. So all this, some of this stuff has had to been reworked. So we can, like again, I have to cut this and lower this to make it all work. Got our tail wheel on and just getting the rigging with that going right now. One big thing, so I don't make this video too long, some of the changes I made, which I think are for the better, on this plane over here, the bell crank was on the outside of the fuselage, like you see here. It was on the outside and it runs back to the elevator like that. But I found a way that I can run the cables, which is the way it's supposed to be, inside. So here's just a mock-up of a cardboard template, and this string represents the cables that will come out from the fabric. And I've actually found a way that it'll work, and it'll clear. There's lots of space. Nothing's going to touch any wooden surfaces. So that's just a nice way to make it a little bit neater. Have the cables come out rather than having this ugly thing sitting out in the wind dragging along. So as you can see, the stick moves when you know, that's aft stick, up elevator, down, and back here, up, down, exciting days. So better to mock it up in cardboard and string and duct tape. Make sure it's all right before I start cutting and welding things, which is a lot harder to change, okay? I also made a cool little gasculator bracket here. This took me like 2 days to dig out the old tools from RV Build and just kind of riveted up a bracket, some flush rivets to make a gasculator bracket because that other plane didn't have anything. This was just hanging in the firewall on the other plane, which of course is no good. Okay, that's it for now. Update in the next couple weeks.